Hi, I'm Celeste Duquesne. I'm the beauty director for the Nyx Beauty app and an international makeup artist. And I'm here today to show you a glowy, sexy, bronzy look. And I get to do our CEO of the Nyx Beauty app and my best friend.
Hi guys.
We created a beautiful glam, glowy look. So it's a smoky eye, but it's not a heavy smoky eye. It's still blended into the skin, but it's got a glam effect for the evening. So the first thing that I'm gonna start is skin prep. And skin prep for me is everything. I've already cleaned her face. I've used a really nice toner from Retrove, which kind of creates a slight exfoliation. And right now I'm gonna go into using Chris C. Kitso's Serum that I really, really love. Why? Because it's lightweight, but at the same time it creates a nice glow to the skin. Take about 1 to 2 pumps. I like to heat it up because by heating it up, it creates like a nice glow to the skin at the same time. And I always like to push out because it gives us a nice little lift. And also the circulation comes up. And if you can kind of see like it's getting a little red, that's actually a good thing. I'm gonna add a little bit on the neck too. I think it's always nice to add a little massage to your clients. It also helps relax them. They always get a little tense right before they get their makeup done. Do you feel better and relaxed?
I do. I was just thinking this is like a massage.
Next, I'm really into this product. It's Aloisia's Deep Hydration Serum. Well, it's actually a mist. It's an aloe vera gel, so it creates a little bit of healing. I'm gonna add this as a base as well. You can use this after makeup as well. It's a beautiful product.
It smells good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little brushing of the brow, just to see the structure of her face a little bit. I'm gonna start using a bit of a lighter foundation of her skin tone. I'm not using a light concealer, but a lighter foundation. And I'm gonna add a couple pumps of the Hourglass Gel Primer. And I'm gonna take a foundation brush. I'm gonna take the Bobbi Brown, and I'm using number 4 stick. And I'm gonna mix it a little bit with the Hourglass Primer, because I kind of want this dew effect as well. I'm gonna take it all the way down the inner corners, look up for me, and then right in the inner corner. So it's almost like a concealer, but this is a foundation stick instead of a concealer. I don't want a real thick effect. Close your eyes. We're gonna take it all the way on her lids, like in the inner corner of her lids. And up here. And we're gonna press this in with my finger. I'm a makeup artist who loves to use my fingers. I know a lot of people use their sponges, which is fine. It's just that I love what heat of the finger does to the skin, because it almost blends and melts it into the skin. So even though this is lighter, you can see that it's already blending into her skin nicely. And that's mainly because I'm using my fingers as well. And if you see, by mixing the serum, it created this nice glow to her skin right away. Taking every little section and just pushing it into the skin. Okay, I'm gonna go into foundation, and I'm going to use Bobbi Brown Honey foundation. This is actually a matte foundation, more of a water-based almost. It's not too heavy, but we're doing almost like a layered effect to her skin. And then I'm going to take the Chanel, the Sheer Illuminating Sun Kissed. It's oil-free. I'm gonna mix it into the foundation a little bit. Just gonna take like one little drop over here. So you can see it's on my hand. I'm gonna take a foundation brush, and I'm gonna swivel it around. And I always like to start on the out, going in. And I'm gonna take it down the neck. I'm gonna just go over the mouth too. I'm kind of pressing it into the skin. Instead of just wiping it, I'm pressing it in. You can even get up into the ears. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of contouring. As I'm not the biggest contour fan, but since everybody's in love with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Wand, I'm gonna use a little bit on her because it is a really good product. I like it because it's really light, and a lot of the contour products are really hard to work with, but this one's actually really easy on a consumer level. So I'm just gonna make it kind of crazy so everyone can see if they put too much how they can fix it. So I took a little slide, and I'm gonna press it with a little foundation brush, okay? And then I'm gonna push it up. because I don't want it to be super contoured. I almost want it to just create like this nice glow to the skin, and almost just creating this nice pretty cheekbone. I'm going to carry whatever's left over down and up. I don't want it too heavy in this area. It's almost just faint, and press it up. So it's almost like a blush per se. So it's a blush contour effect. So you can see it just giving a little bit of dimension. It's not like this hard line, because we want the whole look to have this fluid effect. I don't want it to be a very hard evening look, but I want it to have this kind of glow, sexy, fluid effect. So we don't want anything to look obvious. I'm gonna take a little bit and take a little bit across the crease up in here, and not going down outward. You can see that there's a little bit of dimension here, right here, maybe a little bit right here. Down the nose.
Beautiful.
Actually, right now, we can throw on a red lip and some mascara and be done.
And then I'd be done. The skin looks so flawless.
It does look pretty, huh?
I know. Who is this person in the mirror?
I'm going to start with this fabulous little stick that's very inexpensive. You can get this at CVS. You can get them at
Target.
It's Nyx Cosmetics. I used to help distribute them back before they were bought by L'Oreal in France. I thought it's such a great line because it's really good for the up-and-coming makeup artists. You have great products that aren't terribly expensive. So if you're starting out as a makeup artist and really talented and you can mix colors, it's a fantastic line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this jumbo eye pencil, and this particular color is called Iced Mocha. And we're going to basically take the whole lid with this product. See, close your eyes. And we're going to start right at the lash line, okay? And we're going to take it up. Now, instead of going this entire circle of the lid, we're taking the lash line and taking the center of the eye, because I want to create this pool effect from the center of the eye to this particular edge of her eyebrow, okay? Open. You can see, and then open again. Look straight up at the ceiling. We're going to take it all the way down in the inner corner. Just a touch. So this is almost like a base eyeshadow, but it's going to give it a nice glow in between. Next, I'm going to add some eyeliner, and we're going to take the eyeliner, look down, and we're going to flip the lid. So by flipping, because we're going to go inside the lash line, I'm kind of pressing down. I'm getting right underneath the lashes. Look at me. And I want you to go like this. Really hard. That really helps bring the water back into the eyes a little bit.
Not gonna lie, it's not the most comfortable feeling, but anything for beauty.
Exactly. Okay, now close your eyes. Now we're gonna take the top lash, and we're just gonna take a nice little line here, okay? Don't be afraid to make it perfect, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend this up into that cream eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take a little brush that has a bit of a point, and this is actually a nylon brush. I don't want to use a light fluffy brush. I want something a little stiff because I want the product to move. And so we're going to go over the liner, start from the center, okay? We're going to blend it into this cream shadow that we placed. Open. So we're kind of creating this smoke effect, but I still want it to look nice and blended. I'm just going to take a blending brush without product on it. And we're basically going to blend this up. So it just kind of blends into the skin. And if you get a little product down here, don't worry, we still can lightly clean that up. So if you notice, I'm not doing this like heavy crease. It's really right on the lid. But by adding that contour in the crease here, it gave it some dimension without having to add it too much, because then it becomes way too heavy. And the goal is to be glamorous, but we still want to see your eyes. We don't want it to be all about the makeup. I'm going to take a little bit of this liner and look straight up at the ceiling. And I add just a touch in the center. Right in here. Take that same brush and start sweeping it in. Again, concentrating more on the center and taking what's left to the outer corners. I'm going to take a little bit of this Scott Barnes bronzing kit that he has. He has a gorgeous, I mean, look how pretty this is. The kit itself, I hate to touch it because it looks so pretty. But I'm going to take a little bit of chiseled so that I can get a chisel effect. And I'm gonna take a little bit with the blending brush. I'm gonna go right underneath, right under, and go on top of the liner that I just did, just to create this nice buff effect. But I don't want it to look too shadowy. Now I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, so don't worry about that. And I like to show, because that may happen to you as well. Sometimes we get nervous, like, it's all over the place. It's all about cleanup. I'm gonna take the bronzer again, and I'm gonna go in the crease, swiveling it around. I'm using bronzer because I don't want a heavy shadow effect. Let's clean this off right here. I always love to just clean, 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 and blend, blend, blend. And I'm just going inside the eye, the waterline right now. And I'm actually using a deep navy blue color by Chanel. It's the Kohl liners. They're my favorite eyeliners actually, because there's no oil in them. I've been using these for too long time. I'm using blue because I want the white of her eyes to pop, and it still has a bit of a deep black effect, and we have all this like dark color dimension, so it's just gonna create a little bit of a glow without being obvious, and it will keep it somewhat soft as well. I'm gonna take a little bit of Bioderma. Okay, so I'm gonna just lightly sweep, not too much, just a touch. I can keep the foundation on there without taking up too much if I just lightly sweep whatever's there. Let's see. And I love these Q-tips that are flat. So you can just lightly, psh. I had to do the sound effect, you know. I'm gonna use a Kevin Aucoin eyelash curler. I'm gonna curl the lashes, look down for me. I'm gonna fill in her brows a little bit. I love Cynthia's brows because they go out. But we want to fill them in just a little bit. Not too much because we don't want it too heavy, but just enough to give her a little evenness and finished look. I'm gonna use a pen. This is actually a NYX pen. There's a lot of companies who are using the pens right now. I like the pens because I can kind of just fill in. It's almost like filling in the dots. Let's see, I'm just filling in right here. The thing about smoky eye, to prevent it from being too much, is don't take the base of it all the way up, because you need space to blend it into a crease, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes perfect sense. I almost like to keep this open so that when I blend, it kind of diffuses up into the creases. And it doesn't become too much. And you have more control in blending this way too. So you can slowly build and build. I think also it's important when you're doing your makeup and you're doing your eyes, you're getting really close to looking at your eyes. It's always good to take a step back and really look at what's going on, because it's really easy to all of a sudden you're like, oh, what did I just do? And it becomes too much or too heavy, and then it's harder to fix the mistake. So take a step back every time you do a section and make sure you're in the right direction. Okay, I'm just taking a peachy tone up at the brow bone. I'm going to take some Touche Éclat. It's almost gone. I really love this product. I'm going to get another one. So I ran out of Touche Éclat number 3 on Cynthia. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing and I'm playing, and sometimes as a makeup artist, you don't have a choice. So I'm mixing the moisturizing foundation by Bobbi Brown, and I decided to mix it in the 2 sand and the number 4 concealer stick. And I'm doing my own little, because I don't want it thick, I want some glow to it, so that's why I added the moisturizing foundation. And look up, and I'm gonna take it in the inner corner right here. I take a little bit of the nose, just a touch. Okay, and then we'll take a little concealer brush and just press it in all the way up. So press in and take it out. I'm going to take some mascara. So I'm going to use Benefit today because I like this mascara. I've just been playing with it a lot lately. It's actually called Real Magnet, and I love the little ones because I can kind of get in there with my hands. So you can buy these at Sephora. They're tiny, they're the travel size, they're not terribly expensive, so you can buy it and throw it away if you don't like it. But close your eyes. But I'm loving the way it's lifting the lashes, so I'm kind of really into this mascara. I'm gonna add some lashes to Cynthia, but I also want her to see that she doesn't always have to have lashes either. So if you wanna, you could do this look with or without. So I'm pretty much done with the eyes. I'm actually really loving the way it looks right now. I think it looks fantastic just like this. But I'm gonna glam it up a bit, and I'm gonna use Ashley Kennedy's lashes in Palm Springs. They're half moon lashes, and this is really gonna take it up a notch. And what's really nice about this is that they're reusable. And I think she said they're reusable about 20 times. So it's really nice. And Cynthia likes them because it's a soft cotton strip. It's not hard, so it doesn't feel heavy. They're really glamorous. They're fun. Yeah. How do they feel?
They feel really light and soft.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna use a real pretty peachy blush on her. It has a nice little bit of a glow. Right, smile for me. Yeah. This is by NYX, but you can use Orgasm by Francois Nars. There's a color by Chanel called Reflection. It all has about a peachy pinky glow and a little bit of gold in it. So, because I don't want it too blushy. And as you can see, I'm just starting right at the edge of the eyes and then twirling it around. I'm gonna add a little bit right on the corner. See, I'm just adding a little bit in the crease here. Kind of connecting the dots, if that makes sense. I'm gonna actually add a little bit of a double blush, right? It's called, I like to double blush sometimes. And this is a matte blush, just right on this corner right here. I'm gonna go back to the Sun-Kissed Glow. And I'm gonna add with a flat foundation brush. I like this because it's really thin. I'm just gonna add a little bit of a highlight right on top of the brow bone, all the way up. So we're gonna get this nice glow, but it's not too shiny, and it's not difficult to work with. It's not gonna move my foundation or affect it too much. If you have too much on your brush, just sweep it off. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of powder. I'm not a big heavy powder fan, but I do feel that you need a little bit of powder. Because sometimes people always say, oh, I don't like powder because it makes me look wrinkly. But sometimes if you don't use powder, it could actually enhance the wrinkles in your face too. So I still believe that you need to add a little bit of powder. I'm gonna use something that's very hard to get. It's sold at Mamie's, which is the makeup artist professional store. And in Paris, there's a makeup artistry store that they sell. It's called Visiora. But you can also use a nice lightweight powder by Makeup Forever. Also, Bobbi Brown has a really nice light powder. Sicily, but Sicily's super expensive, but I really love it as well if you want to splurge. Or if you're a makeup artist, Visiora. But as you can see, it's not affecting the glow, but it's neutralizing that glare. You glamming up.
Slay.
I'm using Spice, the famous Spice lip liner that probably everybody has. And mainly I'm using this because I don't want it too much color. But I don't want it too nudie either. I want some
Spice.
That's good. And we're just doing gloss today. I'm not gonna add any lipstick to this effect. I'm just gonna do a nice gloss. So we're gonna go into using some lip gloss by Scott Barnes. It's brand new. So I'm pulling it out the sparkly box. I love this color because it's kind of a bronzy, goldy tone. And the official name is XXX. I'm gonna take just right in the center. Mainly use the center so it gives a nice pop. Go like this for me. Okay, so let me see your teeth. Okay, so you have lipstick on your teeth. So what you need to do, a little trick, is you're gonna put your finger in your mouth. And whatever is around there is gonna clean up. I'm gonna add a little bit of glow. So I'm using Scott Barnes. It's called Body Bling. I love it. And you know, we know his work. He's all about bling and glamour. He's so talented. And I'm gonna play with this particular one for the first time. I love to use this product by Mustela. It's a body oil. Sometimes I use any kind of body oil that's a little bit dense. and hydrating I tend to use. So I'm going to spray a little bit in my hand first, okay? And I'm going to take a little bit of this powder. I'm going to take a little bit and see how this affects. So you want to be careful because you don't want to chew too much of this product. I'm going to blend this in because I don't want it too shiny. So I'm going to blend it in with this. I almost want to have like nice baby skin. All right, so we're pretty much finished with the look. I'm just doing a little bit of last minute touches. I'm adding a little bit of this bronzer sliced by Scott Barnes. It's actually his contouring kit. So it's a mix. I'm just adding a little bit because I'm such a finisher. And we created a nice glow. Again, I added a little bit of oil mixed into it so that it has a nice even effect because I don't want it to be blocky and shiny in every area. I just want a nice smooth effect. I love this little finishing spray and we're gonna finish her up. Not too much. I like it because it doesn't get too shiny, but it settles the makeup really beautifully. And again, it has a beautiful aloe in it that calms the face down at the same time. Thank you so much for joining us at the Nyx Beauty app and being with me to create this gorgeous look on Cynthia. Doesn't she look fabulous? We created this beautiful, soft, glam, smoky look, and she never does this, so it was a big thing for her to even wear lashes. But I think she's loving it, and if you are interested in having a lesson on creating this look or any particular look that you're thinking of, just go to our Nyx Beauty app, download the app, and you can visit any of our makeup artists, or you can even DM us for any little questions you may have or anything that you would like to learn, and we will try to present it on one of our social media feeds. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.